Hey, lovely humans. I was listening to a podcast. It's called The Interview. I think it's CBC. Maybe it's CNN. Anyway, and the interview was with Anna Lembke, the author of Dopamine Nation. And one of the key takeaways that I thought was really interesting and kind of, I feel like mirrors a little bit of what my parents said to us growing up. And it was just that, so the whole book, Dopamine Nation, is about the fact that we have such high access in modern society to dopamine-inducing, essentially, drugs. So, like, anything that gives sort of a quick response, quick trigger of dopamine. So, like, online shopping, gambling, access to good food, or, like, yummy, like, junk food, not necessarily healthy food, porn, like, all sorts of things, alcohol, drugs, right? We have access, more easy access to all of these things, just like TikTok and YouTube Shorts, all these ways that trigger our dopamine responses, so much so that it's basically changing our physiology, and that we, now need to turn to these quick fix dopamine trigger supplies, just to feel normal and balanced. And anyway, the author, Anna, talks about a lot of things. She talks about, detaching from your phone and from the internet in general and trying to do that more often. But the core nugget that I wanted to share was that in this world of so much easiness and ease of access, we actually need to go out of our ways to make our lives harder and make things more difficult for ourselves, to, I guess, like, train ourselves to appreciate and go after maybe the like slow dopamine fixes. And yeah, so this just like came to mind because I was like, oh, I don't want to go outside, it's cold. But I was like, no, this is a good thing. Sometimes doing the things that you don't want to do, like trekking around in the deep snow in your backyard to like knock off the icicles and whatever. And even just saying that, I'm like, wow, privilege. That's what you're avoiding. But like just working out. Like sometimes I don't want to work out, but when I complete the workout and put my whole effort into it, when I didn't even want to start, I feel so accomplished after. And that is like quality dopamine. So anyway, this is just a short video, but yeah, I guess like, one, we all know this, like less screen time is better for us. And also we all engage in sort of addictive behaviors. We're not necessarily all addicts. That's sort of a more serious level of compulsion. But we all have things, behaviors, crutches that we use to make ourselves feel better and give ourselves those dopamine fixes. I mean, I like to eat, so, and I also scroll. And I think just becoming more mindful and aware of those behaviors and how you can limit them or limit your own access to them and make it harder for yourself to access those behaviors, and then bringing in more sort of challenges for yourself can help, I think, train ourselves to not always seek the easy way or seek the quick dopamine release. Yeah, so get out there, do something that you don't want to do, that you're resisting, that you feel that like, oh, I'd rather just curl up and, be sedentary. And then, like, all this to say, rest is still good. Rest is necessary. This is not like you now can never sit down and relax. And I just have to say that because I'm somebody that finds it really hard to relax. But there is a time and a place for challenge. And if you read anything by like Marcus Aurelius, Meditations by Marcus Aurelius, he talks a lot about strength and like the hardening that happens through challenge. So anyway, all this to say, do something at least once a day that you're like have to parent yourself into doing. Like, do that workout, take your vitamins, go for the walk outside, whatever. Do the things that you don't necessarily always want to do. Yeah. Happy Sunday, folks. That's it. That is it. Bye.